And I didn't realize I was muted. Whoops. And welcome to Tales of Rise Day 9 in the channel. Yesterday we had pretty crazy day story-wise. We beat one of the lords, but the last lord, I think, killed her before we could beat her. And things went right from there, and now we're in, seems to be a flashback to, like, maybe explain some of Alpha's backstory. We did see, crazy enough, is that it looked like Alpha's mask was the thing that was keeping him from feeling pain. I know that sounds weird. It's just, but the moment the mask was completely gone, you couldn't touch Sheena without feeling pain from thorns. So yeah, how's that gonna play out? We'll see here. Sheena taken by this mysterious lord. Looks like at the end too. So let's do these. So Mike not really filled up for it. Let's do this.
As usual, nobody wants to explain anything to me. They just threaten and harass me instead. What does everyone think I am? Some sort of talking pet? They're the ones that dragged me all the way up here in the first place. Bastards. I shouldn't have bothered coming out. Might as well head back to my room. I just wanted to go back. To Dena. To my home.
Alphen.
Leori. Wait, please. Wait, What was that? That... How long ago was that? That's right. Shion. Oh, right. That's what pain felt like. So much for it all being a bad dream. Where am I? Where is everyone? I need to find them. Better start looking. Niori. Shion. Damn it.
Demon Fang! Eternal Devastation! Demon Fang! Rising Wyvern! I'm not done! It's over! You're mine! It's over! Take this! Eternal Devastation! Demon Fang! This one's all mine! Eat dirt! Demon! It's too much! Demon Fang! Here I come! Demon Fang! Stardust! This should do it! Demon Fang! Here I come! It's over! You're mine! Take this! Demon Fang! This should do it! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Take this! Demon Fang! Crush! Rising Wyvern! There! This one's all mine! You picked the wrong fight! Demon Fang! Take this! You're finished! Ah! You're mine! It's over! You're mine! It's over! Demon Fang! You're mine! There! Demon Fang! Take this! You're finished! You're mine! Demon Fang! Strike! Demon Fang! Rising Wyvern! It's on! Mirage! You picked the wrong fight! Rising Wyvern! Here I come! Here I come! It's over! Rising Wyvern! Rising Wyvern! Stardust! Here I come! Rising Wyvern! Stardust! Here I come! You're finished! Rising Wyvern! You're mine! Here I come! It's over! Crush! Demon Fang! Eternal Devastation! I'm nearly done for! Eat dirt!
Alvin?
Finwell!
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistlein. Kisara and La are already there.
Finwell, where are we?
Ganeth Haros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
Luck?
If Volron's here, that means Shion's close too, right?
Shion? Oh. Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
you sense one of your pals, Hootle? Speaking of Thistlelim, it's populated by Danans, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Danan defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zeugles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now trying to convince them of our good intentions. Say, Alphen, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah.
And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
Probably.
I wonder if Alphen's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation and simply keep an eye on him.
Right. Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Xion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegis.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dana. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Danan?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, and the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the spirit channeling ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegis is true, then maybe you really did meet Shion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Shion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Shion I knew from Lenegis. It was Naori. She was a Renin maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Shion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris? As in Shion Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renin invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Sara.
Listen. What you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone? Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Dahnan, do you bear the same crest as the current Renan sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Dahnan for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I've never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renan, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renan. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
What's this thing?
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Shion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegis, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the Sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Shion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Shion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Shion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going. What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis, anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
in all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting, to strive no matter what.
And I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh?
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Shion or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man, snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shion.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere, too? Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shion or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphen,
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Shion. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
Back to the inn, I guess.
Alphen! There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alphen, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Look sharp, people. If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
Remember, if the paint's too much,
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come! We can't let even a single one through!
There's a firm no-Zeugle policy.
Fine by me. Let's get to work then.
Look sharp!
is it high? Distraction! Out again! Tiger Blade!
Now one more dance! Here I come!
Assault!
It's over!
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
In the wind!
It's on its
Can't get out of this! Split it open!
Be my guest! Demon Fang!
Eat this! You're done! Catapult Hurricane!
Here I come! You're finished!
The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that!
You're mine! You're finished! Ah! Here I come!
Hurricane!
And rising blow! Demon Fang!
Do it! Talon Hurricane!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Blah, 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 magic!
Demon Fang!
Anything in armor is alive!
Eat dirt!
Ready to go! Eagle
Demon
Assault!
Fang!
I can carve through armor!
Demon
I'm
Fang!
ready!
More where that came from!
Follow me! In an instant! Impact Block!
Benediction light.
Demon Fang! I'm on heel! I owe you one!
Can't get out of this!
Demon Fang!
Supernova! Dance in the wind!
Go here! In an instant! Impact Block!
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, Thistleum kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me, and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Xion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Xion, then we defeat Volron and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Yeah, can't exactly fight at the top of your game when you're hungry.
Good point. Let's stop by the inn and plan our next move from there.
Did we really just spend that much money?
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
I wonder if something happened.
I think Hootle senses an owl around here.
All right. Anybody could reel in that.
Guess it's important to stay calm.
Ha! I've got something. Anybody could reel in that.
Nice! You caught it! Hey, what do you think about that spot?
Good idea. I'll go for that one. Hup. There we go. Well, it's not bad, per se.
You take your fishing pretty seriously.
There we go. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
You sure know what you're doing.
Man, this place is thick with foliage.
I know. It feels like we're going to be swallowed up by all these plants if we stay in here.
Indeed. I much prefer the forests in Menancia myself.
Not that I don't agree. But maybe now's not the best time for...
Brace yourselves! This one's tough!
Not on my watch!
On guard! Denied!
Thunderfield!
Demon Fang!
If they rush you, you gotta jump to cover them!
Demon Fang!
Glimmer Dragon!
Take
Here!
that!
I'll be saving this one!
Charge like that can easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
More with that heat round!
Rising Wyvern! It's over! Take this! You're finished! Demon Fang! It's time! Demon Fang! You picked the wrong fight!
I'll smash you!
Demon Fang!
Here we go again!
I'm on it! Rising Falcon! Rising Falcon!
A debut performance.
Demon Fang! Rising Falcon! Demon Fang!
Lightning Orb! Lightning Descent!
In a bind?
I owe you one! Demon Fang!
Arc Sealed!
I'll face
Not
you.
on my watch! Now!
Hit the ball!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
These fists
have got your name on them! Eat this!
Raging Storm!
You're mine! Demon
I
Fang!
really owe you one. I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw! Elusive Deity!
Lightning Orb! Raging Cascade!
Tornado Drive!
Follow me! In an instant! Impact Block!
Onward and upward. What's up?
Once we get to the mountain, the terrain won't be easy. We should rest up here before pressing on.
But what about Shion? She's waiting for us.
All the more reason to conserve our energy.
Huh?
It's not only the mountain. Hard though that may be, it's a pittance compared to what follows. Namely Volron. We wear ourselves out now, or worse still, get injured. We might as well show up gift-wrapped. Right, Kisara?
That's right. Besides, Alphen still hasn't fully recuperated yet.
I'm fine. Don't stop on my account.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, it's me who wants to take a rest for a while. Does that suit you better?
A little bit.
So, Alphen, 300 years, huh? Care to share the secret to such a long and healthy life?
I wish I knew. Once I left Lenegis, the next thing I remember is waking up in Calaglia. Everything in between is a blank.
You mean there are still gaps in your memory?
I've heard of starships with devices that can stave off imminent death by putting their passenger into a deep sleep. They're usually only intended as a temporary solution, until proper treatment for an ailment or injury can be obtained.
You think he might have been asleep in that starship for 300 years? But why? What would be the point?
Might this Naori have had a hand in it?
What do you mean?
If she's Renan like you say she is, she would have understood how to operate the starship better than yourself.
You're saying she deliberately put me to sleep for 300 years?
Dohalim, that's a bit of a leap.
Forgive me, I spoke out of turn. I'm merely thinking aloud, that's all. Shion and the maiden Naori. After 300 years, it's not unreasonable to suspect they may be related. Shion is nearly the perfect image of her, yes? She also just so happens to be connected to you. Is it merely a coincidence?
Like I've told you 1,000,000 times already, I wouldn't know.
Well, if you're absolutely certain that it couldn't have been Naori, then I guess I must have been mistaken. Complicated machinery can sometimes break down or have failures. Sorry for being presumptuous.
Hold on a sec. Alphen, you said the mask was to placate you, right? To keep your guilt and rage in check? And you were wearing it the whole time you were asleep, right?
I guess I must have been.
So that's 300 years you were wearing it. It's just a hunch, but do you think that the mask might be...
The reason he lost all his memories?
All but a select few strong ones, so deeply ingrained in his psyche that he saw them in the form of dreams. It's not completely out of the question.
In which case, maybe it was the mask numbing his sense of pain, too.
It's certainly possible. As for how, I wouldn't know, but the dampening effect on his psyche could have manifested itself physically as well.
I'm sorry for snapping at you back there. It's thanks to you that I feel like that we're finally getting somewhere with all this.
No apologies necessary. Reading others' feelings has never been my strong suit.
So he finally admits it.
I really hope... It feels like I'm melting.
Calaglia was pretty hot, but at least the air there was dry. Out here, it feels like I'm trying to walk through thick soup.
I can hardly breathe, it's so stuffy. And don't get me started on the insects. You hanging in there, Hootle?
It's brutal, all right. I can feel my energy being drained away just by walking. All this vegetation makes it hard to keep an eye out. Keep your wits about you, everyone. And watch you don't keel over while you're at it.
What's needed at times like these is a relaxing hot spring. That would soon help us adjust.
And where do you expect us to find one of those?
What about you, Alphen? All that gear, and you hardly seem to be breaking a sweat.
Yeah, I guess when you've lived a life devoid of pain for as long as I have, even feeling hot and bothered can be a welcome change.
Well, lucky you, I guess. Just don't expect us to carry you when you pass out.
By the way, how is Mahavar doing? Wait, don't tell me we still haven't found him.
It's not like we haven't been looking. I've covered the whole length and breadth of the coast, but...
All of the other crew members are accounted for, including us. But we weren't able to find Mahavar. He's still missing.
I see.
Perhaps he couldn't bring himself to abandon the ship.
You mean at the bottom of the ocean? Damn it.
We don't know that it sank. We all washed up on the same shore. If the ship went down, isn't it strange we haven't come across a single piece of debris?
Do you think he might still be alive somewhere out there?
I think stranger things have happened. Whether he's alive or otherwise, we've exhausted all the avenues available to us. All we can do now is press on ahead.
Fine, let's get going. Thistleim was founded by Danans fleeing the tyranny of Renan lords, right? But when you first came, they must have known Dohalim was Renan, So why do you think they let us in?
They almost didn't. But it wasn't just Dohalim they were wary of. They didn't trust any of us.
Even the weird Danans just like them?
When you live life in constant fear of being pursued, it's only a matter of time before all outsiders start to seem a potential threat.
I suppose that makes sense. So how did you convince them to trust us?
You saw how destitute the village was. They needed food, badly. We hunted some Zeugles for them. That seemed to do the trick.
Of course, a little magic-assisted roast didn't hurt things.
Never underestimate a full stomach's ability to put a person at ease. It turns out a hearty meal can be a powerful weapon.
Make sure to get some good rest.
Alone. I'm all alone.
Let's go. We don't want to keep Shion waiting.
I always hear you muttering to yourself whenever we're in battle. So, just what are you saying?
Why do you want to know? Does it bother you or something?
Not really. It's just the way you talk is sometimes kind of creepy. So I was wondering if you vent your frustration through your magic. Are you yelling, "You stupid jerk," or something like that to pump yourself up?
What? No, that's not what's happening during my incantations. I'm just focused, so I match my tone to fit the mood of whatever I'm trying to invoke.
Invoke?
How do I put it? Basically, the elemental astral energy behind each art, I guess.
Astral energy? Hold on, are you saying you can talk to astral energy?
Not exactly. But if I put emotion into what I say, it's easier for me to properly cast my arts. That makes sense?
Kind of. Okay, so if you can talk to astral energy, then you can ask it to, like, predict the weather or find secret treasure?
Wait, you don't really think that, do you?
Or you can ask it to send down lightning to where there's bad guys lurking and...
May lightning condemn those who bear false! Thunderblade!
Ah! What are you doing? You almost fried me with that!
I just asked the astral energy to send down lightning where there were annoying boys.
I don't know what to do. Things can't go on like this.
What do you mean?
Ah! Oh, it's you, Rinwell.
You were talking about me, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. I've just been thinking about some things.
Really? How unusual.
cut it out. I'm being serious here.
Sorry.
I was thinking about... You know how I used to work for Ganabelt back when I was in Cyslodia?
Yeah, of course. You were brought in after the Snake Eyes killed your friends, right? I mean, you had to.
Right. I used to have nightmares about it when I fell asleep. But lately that's been happening a lot less. I don't know how to feel about that.
That's a good thing, isn't it? You should be happy.
Yeah, but... I did a lot of terrible things back then. And I'm scared I'm starting to forget what I did.
Okay, so let me just get all of this straight. You think you'll forget everything if you stop having those nightmares? Why?
Because... You know me. I'm freaking stupid.
But it sure doesn't sound to me like you've forgotten.
Oh, yeah. But still.
I don't think those nightmares going away means you've forgotten. Maybe it's a sign that you've come to terms with what you did.
Come to terms? You mean like Alphen with his past? You think that's what's happening?
Yeah, I do. You're pretty amazing, Law.
I am?
Yeah. Not all of us have figured out how to accept our pasts. Least of all, me.
Rinwell.
Something's on your mind. You having second thoughts about rescuing Xion?
Of course not! Xion's our friend! Almeidrea was the one I hated. For as long as I can remember, she served as a symbol to me of everything Renan. But ever since getting to know Xion, I realized it doesn't make sense to group people together like that. Every individual is different.
I see.
Besides, the situation with Almeidrea was something else entirely. I'd already decided I wasn't going to kill her, but when I saw her die right in front of me, a part of me thought it served her right, that she'd gotten what she deserved. But another part regretted that someone else had come along and killed her instead. Don't get me wrong. If I had the chance again, I still wouldn't kill her. But it's not like I'll be shedding any tears now that she's gone. It's all so confusing. I don't know how to make sense of any of it.
Who said it had to make sense?
Huh?
Rinwell, you've done nothing wrong. You've started to question the beliefs you've held all your life. It's only natural for you to feel disoriented. You didn't give in to the hatred you felt for Almeidrea. You made a choice not to kill her. And that's significant, whether you realize it or not. As for what it means exactly, that might be worth taking some time to figure out on your own.
Some time.
Or don't, if you don't want to. It's just an idea. I'm still searching too, remember?
No, I think you're right. It can't hurt to keep searching after all. And hey, thanks, Kisara. That's what we're going to climb?
The villagers managed it on their escape from the city. We're going in the opposite direction, but where there's a will...
There's always a way, right? And it looks like we're out of options. Let's grit our teeth and go. Is it just me, or does Rinwell suddenly seem much more comfortable around Dohalim than she used to?
I noticed that too. When the two of them came and found me together back on the beach, I could hardly believe my eyes.
It's not like we had a choice or anything. Law and Kisara had to hang back to convince the villagers we meant them no harm. More than that, though. There are a lot of things I've still got to come to terms with regarding Almeidrea. But I guess I'm through making snap judgments based on someone's origin. At least, I'm trying to be. I guess you could say it's a work in progress.
I see. You hear that, Law? Sounds like all that hard effort wasn't for nothing.
Yeah.
That's got to be reassuring to hear. Right, Dohalim?
Not being subjected to unwarranted suspicion is certainly welcome.
Yeah, that long-winded way you have of talking, though? Not so much a fan of that.
I think that's more of a personality thing than a Renin trait.
Really? In that case, I won't have to feel guilty getting annoyed by it.
Crap. This injury hurts more than I thought. Shion, sorry, but could you... Oh. Right.
We're in for a long slog with this one.
Illuminate the dark!
I'll smash you!
I like your arms even... Here goes!
Damn it! It's too fast!
Stand back! I'll trip it up.
Here we go again! Take this!
Ready to go!
Turbo Demon Fang!
Raging storm!
Win!
Hitting pile
You require a hand.
Here I come!
Shining Supernova!
No further!
Dance in the wind!
You're
Air
finished!
thrust! Photon blast! Arctic Don't mind if I do!
You picked the wrong fight!
Raging
Elusive
Cascade!
deity!
Eternal Devastation!
Hitting pile driver!
Dance in the... Now!
Begin! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
With the on a roll
Eternal Devastation! Crush!
Now!
Eternal Devastation!
Tempest Whirl! Lord Flight!
Crush!
Elusive deity!
Lightning
Shadow
now!
hitting pile driver! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Guess we don't know our own strength.
You could say that again! Here!
Tiger Blade! Far enough!
You picked the wrong fight!
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
They got me
Eternal devastation!
Can't get out of this!
Do it! Take this! Totally! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed walk.
Raging Storm!
Eternal devastation!
Photon Blast! Arctic coming through! Confiscated!
Eternal devastation! Crush!
Shining Supernova! More where that came from!
Eternal devastation!
Air thrust!
Crush!
Photon Blast!
We're cleaning house.
Let me take the rest of them!
Wow, someone's feeling lively!
Eternal devastation!
Gale Force!
Severing wind!
Eat this!
Wind! It's on!
Block now!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Resonate with the earth! It's showtime!
Eat dirt!
Tempest Hurricane! Now!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
I think I'm getting stronger. Little help!
Take this! Now you see what I can do!
Eternal devastation!
Raging Storm! Hold on to your art.
In a box, something tasty!
Eternal devastation!
My Astro Blast in the wind! Now!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed walk.
Not in your dreams!
Eternal devastation! Eat dirt!
Talon Hurricane!
Raging
Seismic Rupture! Elusive Being!
Eternal devastation!
Hitting Power Driver!
My Astro Blast!
Oh! Now I'm real mad!
Crush!
Heal! First strike!
Eternal devastation!
Thunder Field!
Eagle
Raging
Assault!
Cascade!
Seismic Rupture! I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
Lightning now!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
I've never stood so close to a waterfall like this before.
I bet it'd feel real refreshing to take a shower.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
I'll smash you!
This
Eat
one!
this!
Eternal devastation!
Glimmer Dragon!
Tiger Blade!
Here I
Eagle
come!
Assault!
It's over!
Eagle Dive!
Now!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
It's almost too strong. Split it open!
Be my
Don't
guest!
mind if I do.
Talon Hurricane!
Eternal devastation!
Dragon!
Crush! Eat dirt!
Elusive
Wind
Being!
Astro Energy! Up and at 'em!
It's over!
Now!
Now you talk!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Illuminate the dark!
Benediction
Come
light.
on! Holy Glimmer!
Okay, here I go!
Eagle Assault!
No further! Crush! Strike!
Ready and
Now!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
The heavens must be smiling.
Brace yourselves! This one's tough!
Tiger Blade!
Now you see what I can do! Simian peasant, I shall steal you where you stand!
Eternal devastation!
All back in their defenses!
Glad you have your uses.
Thank you! I'll show you how useful I can be! Far enough! Elusive
Hold on to
deity!
your art. Here I come.
You picked the wrong fight!
I'll face you!
Crush!
The picture of hell!
You're mine! It's over!
Sleep now. Get on in there with the others.
Severing Wing! Rising Falcon! Eternal devastation!
Let's go.
Double Demon Fang! Severing Wing!
Illuminate the dark.
Severing Wing!
Holy glimmer. Holy
Rising
red.
Falcon! First strike!
Take this!
Crush!
Armor won't save you! Enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see
In
about
a
that.
bind, I'm on it! I'm on a roll
Eternal
now!
devastation! In an instant! Impact Block!
We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Eternal devastation!
I'll face you!
I'll be saving this one.
Yes, I'm getting stronger!
Care to put that claim to the test?
I'd love to, but I got this thing. Looks like trouble with capital T!
Together, we've got this!
Far enough!
You picked the wrong fight!
Be
careful, everyone!
This one isn't normal. Yeah, I'll get... Take your own!
Illuminate the dark. Holy glimmer. Holy red.
Okay, here I go!
Expert coming through.
Another incantation ruined.
Devastation!
Not on my watch.
Take this!
They're all coming after me.
I'm coming, Manuel!
Save
I'm
you!
not scared. I'm totally fine.
You're finished!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Dragon! I'm just getting close to deity!
Eternal devastation! Here I come! You're finished!
All in one!
Here I come! It's over! Eat dirt!
Storm! Leaping in! To me! Take this!
Take this!
Ready in the field.
Benediction light.
More for the sun.
Here I come! You're finished!
Get on in there with the others.
Can you take it?
You're mine! It's over!
Right, he does it!
Thunderbolt. She likes to handle.
You're finished! In an instant! Impact Block!
We work well together.
Illuminate the
Like a
dark.
finely timed waltz.
Holy glimmer. Holy red.
No escape!
Watch this! Eagle Side!
Lightning condemned.
I'll take this! You shouldn't have messed with me!
Illuminate the dark.
I'm on it! Elusive deity! Eat this! I'm ready! You! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Nice one, Alphin!
Yeah, there's more where that came from. The design... This equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen. How much farther?
I don't think we're even halfway there yet. Hang in there.
Not even halfway? Are you serious?
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Hey, when did I get so popular?
Dance in the wind! Tiger Blade! Seal! I'll be saving this one! Some fights are better left unfought. What is this place?
Careful. We've got company.
Doesn't look like we're getting past without a fight.
Watch your feet. Fall from here and it's curtains.
We're just trying to get past. Get out of our way!
Save your breath! While that thing seizes a talking meal!
Then let's show it how wrong it is! Is it trying to stop us?
Take this!
Double demon!
Break the enemy's weakness!
First strike!
Holy Land!
Win!
Ready and ready!
Dance in the
Double
wind!
demon fang!
Smash you!
Air thrust!
Nothing gets by
Can
me.
you take it?
You picked the wrong
Push
fight!
it down!
Double demon fang!
Now I'm in the groove!
There you go! Don't let up!
Here I come!
Eagle
Wait,
dive!
You're finished!
I'll grind you into dust!
Seal!
Take this! No escape!
I'm on it!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! One
Here
more!
I come!
Illuminate the
Nice
dark!
one.
Come forth! Holy
Can you
Land!
take it?
Holy Land!
Take this! Strike! Take this! Talon Hurricane! Take this! Eagle Fly! Double Demon Fang!
Bad, right? Yes, Alphen. Very bad.
I don't feel so good.
Lightning Orb!
Take this! I owe you one!
Cosmos! Holy Glimmer! Holy Lamp!
The pick of hell.
Its wings are lighting up.
It's getting ready to attack.
Dance in the wind!
Such tremendous power.
Don't face it head on.
Talon Storm! Crush! Heal! Okay, here I go!
Nothing gets by me.
Double Demon Fang!
I could do this all day.
You picked the
Why,
wrong
thank
fight!
Your lordship.
And will you lay down your life for your lord?
Well, I mean, hey, let's not be hasty.
Denied.
Benediction
Eagle Assault! Demon Fang!
Talon Hurricane!
Our art is being interrupted.
Lightning condemns! Thunderblade! Illuminate the top! Holy Glimmer! Holy Lamp!
You're mine!
Eagle Assault!
Talon Wide open!
It won't escape me.
It's over! Here I come!
I'm just getting
Arc
started.
Field!
Take this!
Confiscated!
Tectonic
Double
Drive!
Demon Fang!
Thunder
This
Field!
one's all
I'll
mine!
face you.
You picked the wrong fight!
Let's tear him up!
Double Demon Fang!
Eagle Fly! Deity!
I'll be saving you!
Now or never.
Armor won't save you! In a bind?
Thunder Field!
First strike! Dragon down!
It's showtime!
First strike!
Okay.
I'm ready! Dance in the wind! Air take care of things!
Forgive me. This is my
Dragon down!
From beyond.
Imbue this vanquished soul
with light.
Resuscitation!
another incantation ruined.
That's gonna smart.
Take this!
In
You're
here!
finished! Take this!
Six! Alright! It's
Do without this pain.
Far enough!
This has a most peculiar
Time to let it rip!
Out of the woods.
It's on! Crush!
Stalagmite!
Eternal devastation!
Now!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
I've healed myself.
That's quite...
You picked the wrong
Getting
fight!
stronger!
Switching up its movements! Watch out! Eternal devastation!
They're not playing around!
This has a most peculiar thing.
Can't move!
I couldn't make it in time.
Eagle Assault! Eagle Fly!
Spread! Dance in the wind!
No further.
Air thrust! Light!
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara!
Thank you. Lost my focus. Elusive deity.
This is... Some punishment?
Raging storm! Here goes! Go get him!
Crush!
I'll smash you!
Denied.
Eternal devastation!
Raging storm!
Crush!
My pride was my downfall.
Oh, now we're talking!
Eat dirt!
Photon flash!
You're mine!
Dragon Show! Catapult!
Gale force!
I don't lose.
Not now! Not ever!
Wind astral energy! Illuminate the dark!
Resonate with the earth!
Stalagmite!
Crush!
Illuminate the
Eternal
dark!
devastation!
Come forth, holy glimmer!
Resonate with the earth!
Stalagmite!
Crush!
Light astral energy!
Is this it?
Inspiration!
Photon
I can do this all
dance in the
day.
wind! I'm expert coming through!
That! You'll pay for that!
I'm ready for one more. From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with love resuscitation.
Lightning orb! Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer! Here we go! Don't mind if I do.
Resonate with the...
Raging cascade!
Can't get out of this!
I'll finish you here and now!
This one's all mine! You picked the wrong fight!
Benediction
Raging
light.
cascade!
Eat this!
Heal!
In here!
Eat this!
Get on in there with the others!
Benediction
Holy
light.
land! Too much to handle?
Swallow dance!
Lightning orb! Dance to
The
the
enemy's open.
Glimmer dragon!
Air thrust!
Can you take it?
Lightning
Turtle Devastation! Take this! It's over!
I've used too much.
Glimmer dragon!
Here I come! You're finished!
Elusive deity.
Strike!
Tactical looking great!
Full speed ahead!
Hey, wait for war!
Hitting pile driver.
Illuminate the
Carve through armor!
Holy color!
Ready to go!
Holy land!
Denied!
Here goes! Arch field! Not in your dreams!
Prepare to be sealed!
Lightning condemned! Thunder
Rising Falcon!
Thunder field!
Glimmer dragon!
Watch yourself. I sense incredible power.
Dance in the wind! Sealed! Let's get you
Eternal
off that boat!
Devastation! Crush! Strike!
Lightning orb!
It's on!
Let's go!
You picked the wrong fight!
You're mine.
Raging storm! Blows flight!
Stay away from my friends!
Holy glimmer! Holy land!
My pride was my downfall.
Leave the chargers to me!
Illuminate the dark! Illuminate the dark!
Far enough!
Holy glimmer! Holy land!
Take this! I can carve through armor!
Pile driver.
Raging storm!
I'll
Our
take you.
expert coming through!
There!
Resonate with the earth.
Don't mind if I do! Photon, illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer! Photon, illuminate the dark!
Eternal Devastation!
Holy glimmer!
Crush mine!
Holy land!
Eternal Devastation!
Resonate with the earth.
Illuminate
Take
the
this!
dark! Come
Eternal
forth, holy
Devastation!
glimmer!
Resonate with the earth.
It's on! You picked the wrong fight!
Leave the chargers to me!
Hit, lightning condemned!
Denied!
Thunder!
Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade! With fauna like that, I'm impressed so many people from Thistleum made it through here alive.
Who's to say there weren't a whole lot more of them who didn't?
Well, at any rate, it should be a safer climb now that we've cleared the way a bit, right?
No. So long as people feel the need to face terrain this perilous, I'd say true safety's some way off.
You mean defeating Volron and putting an end to the crown contest, right? I guess that would be the best solution here, huh?
We've wasted enough time here already. Let's get going. Xion needs us.
How are we still not there yet? It feels like we've been climbing this mountain forever.
It helps if you try not to look up or down. All you need is silent determination. Talking too much will only waste energy and burn you out.
I'm too tired to look up or down, even if I wanted to.
Take care you don't fall, at least. Unless you want to make a Zoogel's day, that is.
Zoogles? Why would they care if I fell or not?
How would you feel if a 3-course meal fell right out of the sky at your feet?
Zoogle chow.
Law? Best not to listen to him if you can help it. You'll only be encouraging him if you do.
Tell me that before I listen next time.
Still, Tohalim has a point. One wrong step and it's curtains.
Wouldn't it be great if we could all fly like Hootle? I bet even the refugees who didn't make it would have made it to Thistleum that way.
Until we magically sprout wings, let's just watch where we're stepping instead, okay? Come on. Shion's waiting for us.
We did it. We've reached the top of the mountain.
About damn time. My knees are singing symphonies over here.
Look, there it is.
That's it. That's Pelegion, the seat of Volron's power.
So that's where Shion's being held?
Most likely.
Most likely.
That is what I said, yes.
Pelagian's still our best lead. So that's where we go, right?
Any advice before we head in there?
No.
No?
In the ancient tongue, Ganeth Heros means Fortress of Naught, though I fail to see what insight that nugget of trivia holds.
I guess I just thought you might have something we could use.
Since Volron became Lord, the only thing this realm has been known for is its shroud of secrecy. It is Volron's stronghold. All else is incidental. Just keep in mind that you can't be too careful inside.
Speaking of which, just how are all of us planning to get inside exactly?
It's not like there are any secret passages.
We've come this far. If there's no other way in, I guess we'll just have to use the front gate. Volron told us to come find him, which means he's expecting us. Let's do this the old-fashioned way.
Land of Water or no, this place has a most curious atmosphere.
I'd be taking a dip. If the circumstances were better,
Sorry, but we have to push through for now.
I sure hope nothing bad's happened to Shion.
Keep those thoughts to yourself, Rinwell. Everyone's anxious enough as it is.
Sorry. It's just... I can't seem to stop thinking about it. What do you think it is that Volron wanted with her anyway?
Going by what he said back on Almadria's ship, it would appear his primary target is Alphen. Though, it's likely he hasn't forgotten the blow he sustained at Shion's hand either. That might even be what ignited his interest.
Yeah, did you see the way he reacted? It was like he was enjoying every moment. Even his pain at Shion's thorns. Oh, that guy's just creepy.
Let's just hope he's keeping his perverted tendencies in check.
What? Law? Don't say things like that.
It's not like we weren't all thinking it.
That's still no reason to...
All right, you two. Now that's enough already. Alphen shouldn't have to grit his teeth while he listens to you.
Oh.
Sorry.
I swear I've seen that castle somewhere before. Right. I remember seeing it from the cliffs in Calaglia, across the sea.
You mean Volron's castle?
Yeah, that must have been it.
Geographically, it would make sense. It's most certainly large enough to be seen from afar.
Back then, I had Shion and Zephyr with me.
Well, we haven't lost Shion. We can still get her back, you know.
That's right. I won't let Volron take her away from us. Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
You're still awake?
I've always been something of a night owl. Ever since back when I was someone's property. Turning in for the night only made the next day come quicker. I wasn't in any great rush.
Sorry.
What about yourself? Care to share something from before I knew you? You were part of a mage clan, right? Must have been handy being able to rely on magic for everything.
Hardly. In fact, not at all. Magic's not so special when you're not allowed to use it. Always scared of who might be watching?
Right. Sorry about that. I guess I've read too many fairy tales.
We were still made to study it every day. It doesn't make any sense if you think about it, studying the very thing you're being persecuted for. But that's what we did. Just like our parents and their parents before them. Honestly, I don't even know how far back it goes.
If memory serves, mages have been the stuff of legend for ages. Even as far back as 3 centuries ago, they were myths. Your people were persecuted even before the Renans got here.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the less it makes sense though. I mean, it was Astral Arts that let the Renans dominate Dana, right? Why didn't mages end up being the rulers of Dana then?
Maybe they tried, but they just didn't have the numbers. Or maybe domination just wasn't something they were interested in. Have you ever considered it might have been something like that?
I guess I haven't.
I wonder why magic alone attracted the attention it did. Swords can be just as lethal in the right hands. Why not ban them?
My best guess? Swordsmanship can be learned by anyone. Magic's more of an exclusive club.
So, you either have the gift or you don't. When something's not easily obtainable, it's hard to comprehend. People are scared of what they don't understand. And fear leads to persecution. So the problem's not magic. It could just as easily have been anything.
Yeah. Night, everyone. Another day, another Gald.
I don't want Shion to get mad at us for dragging our feet.
Alphen?
She's the one that's kept us on track. Picked me up when I was down.
Sure.
I just thought she'd always be there.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
You guys want to rest here?
Gosh, the castle's even larger once you get close to it.
What's that shining thing up top? A spirit vessel? It feels creepy, like it's watching over everything.
You think he knows we're here?
We'd best assume as much, yes.
What we have to do is simple. Just beat Volrun and rescue Shion. That's it.
Try not to work yourself up too much. We have a lot of city and castle yet to traverse.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Rise and shine. We're almost ready to leave.
We're almost there, guys. Don't let your guard down.
I'm excited just thinking about us barging through the front gate.
Halt! Are you Alphen and his companions?
Why would you think that?
You are the only one scheduled to arrive, and there are no unscheduled arrivals in Ganath Haros. So I'll ask again, are you Alphen and his companions?
We are.
Then pass. Lord Volron is expecting you at Castle Delpharis.
Well, suppose it's rather nice of them to roll out the red carpet for us.
So we're supposed to meet him in there? What do we do now?
Let's see how things look around the city first. Then we'll make our way to the castle.